All right, YouTube, good morning. It's a Monday session. I hope you got a cup of coffee and it's a strong one because we got mega banks making moves while the masses stay distracted. Thank you for tuning in. It is June 27th, 2022. And before we get this show started with our current updates, we're going to keep it short and concise for you guys. I know you like to keep it tight. So we're going to run through this news rather quickly. But before we do that, I got to give a quick shout out to today's sponsor, which is myself. If you're looking to support this channel, an independent media group that doesn't sell out, doesn't show you, and doesn't promote anybody else's BS, I just promote my own stuff. Head on over to my website and you can get access to our Discord group, which I just dropped our first webinar in our business development program. I'm super excited about this program. I think it's going to bring a lot of value to many people who need to start up a side hustle or who are trying to run a real business and scale up that operation. So if you're looking to get access to that, head on over to my website, join the Patreon, and you'll get access to our Discord. You'll get access to me, our community of like-minded individuals, and then you will also be able to get the business development program at no additional charge. So just dropped my first webinar last night and really looking forward to that. So if you guys want to support the channel, head on over there. I do appreciate all of you guys so much. Thank you so much. Let's get right into our update this morning. Appreciate you guys. Okay, to get this party started here, let's take a look here at the CoinMarketCap. Let's take a look here at the prices at the time of this recording. 6:40 a.m. on the West Coast this Monday morning. We are basically staying flat. Bitcoin still at 21.2, ETH at 1200, XRP coming in at a 3619. 3619er. So, market is hanging in there. But like I was warning about, okay, this is the new moon bull trap rally that's taking place. I am expecting things to go back to the downside. The new moon is tomorrow, I believe, June 28th. So we can expect the top is pretty much in or very close, and then we should continue back down to the downside. So don't fall in, don't FOMO into this bull trap rally. I think much lower prices are on the way. So stay ready for that, okay? Let's get... all lined up here. Okay, we're going to be covering it all today. So let's start here with some real estate numbers. Scary. Number of single-family housings listed for sale in the Metro Phoenix MLS should match 2018 to 2019 levels in a week or two. So the data is taking us back to pre-pandemic. And you're seeing that J curve on that chart, the single-family houses listed for sale in the Metro Phoenix area. Okay. We also have this chart here. The pandemic housing boom saw investors pile into the housing market. I really think that this is going to be one of the major catalysts to worsen or deepen this recession is going to be the unwind of the real estate market. So I'm expecting to see this just be one of many catalysts that continue taking the rest of the crypto space down, the rest of the stock market down, and a worsening recession. So be ready for that. Stay safe. And if you're looking to buy deals on real estate, now is your opportunity. We're looking at some deals right now as we speak. Okay. Peter Schiff, anyone thinking this recession will be mild doesn't understand recessions. The longer interest rates are held too low during a boom, the more mistake that must be corrected during a bust. Since rates have never been so low for so long, this recession will be the most severe yet. So this is part of the reason why I say this is the greatest transfer of wealth in world history, is because they've printed so much money. They've held interest rates low for so long that it's pulling back the rubber band, right? You pull it back until that tension breaks, and then it's going to slingshot the other direction. This is the greatest opportunity for us who are awake and understand what's taking place, and we've positioned our businesses, we've positioned our lives and our investments accordingly, guys. This is a really great opportunity. Many people are going to get wiped out. Like I titled this video, Mega Banks Making Moves While the Masses Are Distracted. These people are so caught up, and I'm not even going to get into it. They're so caught up in the BS, right? They have no idea that the financial tsunami is about to absolutely sacrifice them. Okay? They have no idea. Let's continue on. Just in, NATO to increase the number of rapid reaction forces on high readiness from 40,000 to 300,000. Okay, NATO getting ready to ramp it up, huh? What do you say? Little World War III staged events on the way, continuing on. In 2 weeks, Jed McCaleb will have sold all his XRP. It will have been about 4 times the amount for which the SEC is suing Ripple. The SEC is suing Ripple for 1.3 billion. So you times that by 4, you're, $4 or $5 billion worth of XRP that Jed McCaleb has sold or dumped on the markets. People are wondering, how is it that Jed McCaleb has not been indicted? That's simple. Not even the SEC itself believes XRP is actually a security. That's from Stefan Huber. That's exactly what it is. They know they never had a case. They know XRP is not a security. They know it's a currency. Okay. And Jed McCaleb's all part of that. It's all part of that. In my opinion, I'd be really fascinated to know where Jed McCaleb's XRP is going. So maybe we'll never find out, but in my opinion, I think that he's giving it to insiders. He's giving it to other banks, financial institution, elite types that are trying to load up on XRP before they flip the switch. We have another default in the cryptocurrency space. Voyager has issued a notice of default to Three Arrows Capital for failure to repay $670 million in loans on their Bitcoin. So, continued unwinding of the cryptocurrency space, a modern day bank run. But this is the title of this video: Mega banks making moves while the masses stay distracted. We have Japanese mega bank acquires Ripple partner SBI Holdings. Now, this article is from ProCoin News. Okay, Japanese mega bank acquires Ripple partner SBI Holdings, and this is the Japanese bank Sumitomo Mitsui Financial Group just acquired a major stake in the company SBI Holdings, which is known to be a major owner in XRP. Now, let's clarify. SBI Holdings is they own I think it's about 10% of Ripple. So SBI bought 10% of Ripple, own a stake in Ripple, which obviously gives you a stake in some XRP. Ripple's still sitting on about 50 billion XRP, right? So this is why people say in an extended way that the Rothschilds own XRP. The Rothschilds don't own XRP, at least publicly they don't. But they do own about 8.7% of SBI, and SBI owns about 10% of Ripple, give or take. Don't take me to the bank on those numbers, but you're going to be taking your XRP to the bank when these deals are finally done, when the utility's unlocked and this thing's set free. Yesterday, for the first time in a while, I kind of posted some hype XRP, and people think I'm like trying to show this thing, and I'm just like, I don't care, man. Like, I'm not here to sell this to anybody. I know that the retail investors, the people on TikTok, are not going to pump my bags. Okay, major banks, mega banks in Japan and across the world are taking stakes in Ripple. They're taking stakes in XRP. They're setting up on-demand liquidity corridors. I'm not waiting for retail to pump my bags, right? So the news that I shared yesterday was that Jed McCaleb is running out of XRP. He should be out within the next 2 weeks. So I think that that's great news for the XRP army. But while things are stalled out, while things, if you post anything like that, the comments are just full of, you've been saying this every week, we've been waiting years for this, blah, blah, blah. Everyone's just broke and has a pathetic mindset and mood without understanding that the opportunity at hand is one of the best things that's ever going to come in our lifetimes. Being able to acquire these assets that are going to run the new financial system, being able to see through all of the BS, the distractions, and be making moves ourselves, just like the elite are in all of the asset classes, from real estate, precious metals, cryptocurrency, running our businesses, starting a side hustle, taking advantage, stacking mass amounts of cash, and making moves. Or we can be butthurt that our XRP, I'm back to break even. So if anybody's wondering where I'm at, I think my bag probably is barely in profit right now, down here back. My average buy-in, I think, is about the 30-cent level. So I don't whine, complain, or have any uncertainty about where we're going. You got to look through all the BS, look through all the distractions, and see what's taking place. The acquisition of a large stake of SBI Holdings by the Japanese bank was estimated to be around $590 million and could likely mean major changes in the company will start to utilize XRP in the future. Okay, so this mega bank has assets of $2.2 trillion, and they've decided to purchase a 10% share in the business of SBI Holdings. Okay. This has been part of a 15-year history between the two eminent Japanese financial corporations. It is also worth noting that the two conglomerates have even had a joint investment in one of Ripple's products, RippleNet MoneyTap. Right? So Ripple acquired a stake in MoneyTap. See, they're all just eating each other up. They're all just building out this ecosystem, right? The people who are getting left behind, they move without them. They buy up the assets that are worth buying up, and then they let these companies fail. This is the beautiful thing about this crypto purge, this liquidity debt crisis hitting the cryptocurrency space. The BS, the scammers, all of that's getting lost. All of that's getting thrown to the wayside. Anything that's left of value, the big people, the big guys, the Ripples of the world, the mega banks here out of Japan, they're eating up the assets that are worth eating up, and then they let them fail. Same thing, that it's the same thing you just saw. What is it, JP or Goldman that was raising $2 billion to buy Celsius? Case in point, right? So this is, just a deepening relationship between the two Japanese financial giants is the ground preparation for more widespread adoption and use of blockchain technology and cryptocurrencies in the life of Japan. Remember, the CEO of SBI Holdings is the one who said that nearly all banks in Japan would be using XRP. So, great news. Okay, back to another quick real estate from this guy Jesse Klein, one of the real estate bros here on Twitter that we like to get our information from. From a chat I'm in, 12 of 27 agents in the Fraser Valley this weekend had 0 people come to their open house. A lot of others had 1 or 2. The demand is dead. It's really, really fallen off. It's really gotten tight. There's just no way to beat around the bush with this. The high-flying real estate markets like Vancouver, that's part of the Fraser Valley area, is kind of surrounding Vancouver, absolutely have crashed 30 to 40% already. Okay, so that's no good, and it's only going to get worse. And this one's from Macro Alf. As per last week, copper is officially in a bear market, and copper bear markets have preceded each and every recession over the last 30 years. So are you going to wait for CNBC to confirm that we're in a recession, or are you going to start acting, investing, and taking action as if we already are in one? As I suggest, as I've been saying, we already are here. If they fudge the numbers, they fudge the numbers, just like they do with the inflation CPI data. Nonetheless, we're most definitely in a recession. Okay. If we this little bit of technical analysis chart work here on the S&P 500. This guy says if we look at the monthly RSI, this market is far from oversold. In fact, the meltdown is just in the beginning phase. Okay, if I open up this chart and we take a look at it, take a look here at this chart. So this is the S&P 500, and you can see in the 1929 crash, we went down 84% in the S&P. 1973, we went down 50%. In 2000, we went down 50%. 2008, we went 54%. And if you look at where we're at, relatively speaking, now, we're nowhere near oversold on the RSI. We've done nowhere near a 50% correction in the S&P, right? So we most definitely still have a long ways to go when people are suggesting that the bottom is in. There's way too many macro factors that still take this thing down. Way too many factors that still bring us to a lower bottom. And like I said, for me, I'm going to be looking to acquire more XRP at under 25 cents. And that's just one example. Okay. Britain, the United States, Japan, and Canada will ban new imports of Russian gold. Where will it go? China, India, and other BRICS members, and probably at a discount. That is absolutely correct. Just like all of the commodities that the world needs to run on, like natural gas and oil, wheat, fertilizer, gold. These Western countries think that they're cute by doing the bans, doing the imports, being tough against big bad bear Mr. Putin. Okay, while the people of their country get absolutely sacrificed and wiped out by doing so. The BRICS nations continue to build a new world reserve currency that they speak of. And then now they're going to be continuing to acquire gold from Russia, probably at discounted rates, just like they're getting all of the other commodities at discounted rates from Russia as well. So working out great for the BRICS nations as the Western nations lose their reserve currency status and lose their overall status in the world. Okay. Just to reiterate the point, this is from Sir Rob Art on Twitter. He says, I think Bitcoin is missing a proper big crash. The previous 3 crashes were deeper. So many of the time, you'll see a lot of guys want to pull up charts and they fudge them. They find a way to make it look bullish. Well, you got to look at both sides of the coin here. And if you look at this is, I don't know if this is a log chart or how he has this scaled out on this chart, but just look at this chart and see that we're nowhere near a major correction like we've had every single Bitcoin bear market. So this is why I think, we do get continued downside. I think that 10K level is going to come in for Bitcoin. I don't really think that we go much lower than that, but I most definitely think that that 10K region or close to is going to be coming in, and that's going to bring XRP probably down below 25 cents. And you guys already know the deal with the other cryptocurrencies. They got much more to go as well. If Bitcoin's going to get brought down, the rest of the cryptos will as well. Take advantage of that opportunity. Okay, this tweet from Val. This just summarizes it all. Why I titled this video, Mega Banks Making Moves While Masses Are Distracted. The masses are so caught up in trivial arguments, BS, and this is just it. Let me summarize this with Val's own words. He says, ask people on Facebook while they're upset about Roe v. Wade if they're aware of the coming blackouts, food shortages, and war looming. You'll hear crickets like I have. And that's why I continue to say this opportunity only gets greater for us. These people are so freaking lost. I'm trying to keep this clean, but these doofus morons are so freaking stupid. They have no chance of surviving the financial tsunami that's about to wipe them out, absolutely sacrifice the middle class and poor of this country, and they're going to be put in. I can't even get into it. I can't even get into it. There's a reason why I took Facebook off my phone. I took Instagram off. I took all that crap off my phone, man. I don't even look at that crap. And these people are so lost. Like I say, we try to help people. We try to help our friends and family. We try to, show them the light, right? Show them the opportunities at hand. But most of them are so caught up with what the mainstream narrative has them focused on right now. And go look at my comment. I lost followers and subscribers last week when I put out that little 15-second TikTok where I said the Supreme Court has upheld the Constitution again. First, it was the Second Amendment. Next, it was Roe v. Wade. Then we had Roe v. Wade. Next is going to be the general election of 2020. Go look at the comments, guys. The snowflakes melted. I offended everyone. Lost followers, lost subscribers. I don't care. Have fun staying poor. Have fun staying offended. I don't care. Get out of my way. We're changing the world. We're going to take advantage of the new financial system rolling out. We're going to create generational wealth, and you will stay poor. If you're offended, if you're a snowflake that's all caught up in this Roe v. Wade bullshit, try not to swear, trying to keep it clean. But golly, these people need to get the hell out of our way. Just get out of our way while we actually get something done. They stand no chance though, guys. And it only makes the opportunity greater for us. These doofus morons run businesses that are about to fold. They have no idea. If they're so caught up on Facebook arguments like this, what do you think they're doing with their business? It's failing. They took PPP money. They barely hung on over the last couple years. They are broke. Their business is done. That's your opportunity. That's our opportunity. We will go to them while they're making Facebook posts about BS and present an offer that they can't refuse because they know that their business is about to fold. And we're going to take the assets we're going to strip the value in the assets out of their company. And we'll look back and say, how'd your program work out? Pretty freaking abysmal. Huh. Yeah. Okay, let's continue on before I digress and continue ranting about these fools. Justin, Russia has defaulted on its foreign debt for the first time since 1918. Okay. This is the domino effect of the sovereign wealth, the sovereign debt crisis. All of these countries are going to be going bust as they're not able to pay themselves. It's just like in the cryptocurrency space, right? The dominoes begin and then these people start to fall and they can't pay off their loans, can't pay off their debts, and it starts the domino effect. Now, with what Russia's doing here, I'm interested to see how this plays out because they're creating their deals with the BRICS nations. They're creating deals with friendly nations while the Western nations are not going to get repaid. I expect Russia to repay, continue to grow partnerships with those who are friendly to them. So it's going to be interesting to see who all was exposed to the Russian banks, to this Russian foreign debt. And, this is what happens. They wanted to play that game. They wanted to seize the Russian assets. Well, here you go. We're not paying back our debt. How about that? And so first time since 1918. Okay. Japan's government has urged people in Tokyo and surrounding areas to use less electricity. 37 million people living in Tokyo. This is what we talk about, strategic relocation, okay? Are you in a city with millions of people? Are you guys going to be able to keep the lights on during this summer heat wave? Are you going to be able to keep it on during the fall, during the dark winter? Okay. Over here in Tokyo with 37 million people, that's kind of urgent. That's kind of a scary situation. But this is all part of their agenda. It doesn't have to be this way, okay? But they're forcing an energy crisis amongst the people, okay? Thank you very much, guys. Thank you so much for all the support in the comments. I really do appreciate you guys. Thank you. I'm trying to stay focused and on target this morning without ranting too hard, but I get riled up. The opportunity is so great, guys. Okay, Esoteric XRP. Remember, like in this 2019 article, the BRICS nations have been talking about a shared global currency. So do you think that they were sitting on their hands this whole time, or would you not be surprised if you saw things picking up? We most definitely are seeing things pick up, right? This article here is from 2019. Here we are, 2022. We saw so much development over the last few years, and I was reminding my Discord in my weekly call on Saturday. I said, guys, just really sit back and think here for a second. We went to nearly $4 for XRP price based off of none of the partnerships and adoption that we've seen over the last few years. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean that they're adopting XRP, but they need a solution similar to XRP. And that's kind of why the XRP community gets excited about the BRICS nations creating a new global cryptocurrency or a new global reserve currency. So we'll continue to watch that one. Okay, we have 40,000 National Guards troop face unemployment as, yeah, I'm not going to cover that here, but we'll see. We'll see what happens there. Looks like Eleanor Terrett has reported that the Housing Appropriations Committee has approved a bill that would give the SEC $2.2 billion. So XRP Darren says, we are paying the SEC $2.2 billion to destroy investors. Okay. Just in, the U.S. SEC Chair Gensler has reportedly proposing a single rulebook approach to regulate all cryptocurrency trading. We'll see what ends up coming out. The good thing is that that's going to be the end of the Ripple versus SEC case. That's going to be cryptocurrency regulations. That's going to be a level playing field. We'll be off to the races. And XRP, guys, it's going to do something silly. I forgot about this. This chart is about to absolutely moon, and I can't even get into this. This is young male virginity on the rise. I didn't even mean to talk about this in this live stream. That's a whole other issue. We don't have time to talk about that. That's a whole other conversation. We'll talk about that a different day. But when I tell you guys the opportunity for those of us who got a pair and are willing to stand up and fight right now is absolutely incredible, and it only gets better. This is what I'm talking about, which whole other issue. We'll talk about that a different time. Argentina's President Alberto Fernandez requests membership into BRICS. So more people siding with BRICS now, more countries moving to BRICS. Steve Saretsky reports that home sales across the Greater Vancouver and Fraser Valley in June are on a pace for a 40% decline on a year-over-year basis. Like I said, that's Greater Vancouver, Fraser Valley. We already covered that in this live show. 40% decline year-over-year. And then we also have that China's central bank has signed an agreement with the Bank for International Settlements to establish a renminbi liquidity arrangement. Okay. So that's great. This is fantastic news right here. This shows that there's a shift underway, a shift back to greatness for this country. Breaking, Arizona Senate just passed a bill to fund students instead of systems. This will be the most expansive school choice initiative in the nation. All families will be able to take their children's education dollars to the education providers of their choosing. So instead of sending your kid to a private school or a charter school and that school is not going to get that money, the money for your student that's allocated by the federal government goes to the state system. It doesn't go to the private school that you decide to send your children to. This Arizona bill is going to change that. So the funds that are allocated for your student are going to go to that charter school, are going to go to that private school that you send your student to. This is fantastic, and it's going to create more competition amongst the schools. The state schools are now going to have more competition. They're not going to be able to just get all the money, sit back, and continue to brainwash our students with whatever what do they call it? What did I forget what Obama's little program was. It's kind of like Build Back Better. What was it? For school. I forget what it was. Doesn't matter. It's a failure nonetheless. You guys have already seen that. So I think that's all I have to cover. Oh yeah, this tweet from Bearable Bull, I really think just sums it up perfectly. Patiently invest while impatiently creating cash flow. $1 billion hack. Well, okay, maybe we don't all need to become billionaires, but this is why I just dropped and why I'm building out this business development program. I said, whether it's just a matter of survival through the recession, through the inflationary depression, being able to afford all of your basic essentials like your food, energy, and housing costs going up 20 to 50% year over year, up to even 100% year over year. Whether it's a matter of survival, just being able to afford and survive this recession, or you are ambitious, you got goals, you want to build wealth, and you want to maximize your opportunity during the greatest transfer of wealth in world history, you need to start your side hustle. You need to start your business. You need to start impatiently creating more cash flow. I think that this tweet from Bearable Bull is, like the kids say, some alpha. This is some alpha motivation right here. Patiently invest while impatiently creating cash flow. We're not concerned that our XRP bags are, in the red, or for me, I'm back to basically break even, right? That doesn't matter. We're patiently investing in the new financial system while we're impatiently creating cash flow. I read the comments. These guys say, what are you talking about? You're broke. Over the last 2 years, your investments have done nothing. Well, that's not really true. We're still actually, hanging in there and continuing to acquire these assets. But we've also created 2 businesses that are thriving during this time. No debt, pure cash flow, and changing our lives by doing so. So, like I said, I don't get caught up on the noise. I'm not getting distracted right now. I'm focusing on the moves that I'm going to be making. While I see Ripple making moves, while I see all the mega banks making moves, the elite taking advantage of the chaos. That's what I'm doing in my life. I encourage you guys to do the same. If you're looking to get tapped in on our business development program, get tapped into all of our wealth building and preserving strategies in our Discord group, just head on over to my website, zachrector.com, sign up for Patreon. You'll get access to Discord. And that is where I am posting my business development webinars as I create the program. There's 4 main webinars that are going to be the main part of this business development program. Hoping to have that rolled out over the next couple months. And then I have about like 6, 7 other additional seminars that I'm going to be adding to that as well. So I think it's going to bring a lot of value to a lot of people. It's going to help people change their lives, give them motivation, inspiration, and the courage to take those first steps. Because that's the big thing. A lot of the time is just to take those first steps, get started, and then it's a matter of staying consistent. I'm super excited. I recorded over an hour-long session. This first webinar was on side hustle versus real business. Which path should you take? What are the pros and cons of each? For me, I started both of my businesses as side hustles, and then I ended up making them into real businesses that are, producing good amounts of cash flow, have employees, and they operate without me, and real operations, real businesses. Versus many of you guys can just start a side hustle this year to stack an extra 25 grand, an extra 50 grand. And you don't need to get too crazy with it. You don't need to have like a website. You don't need to file an LLC necessarily and all this crazy stuff. I talk about all this and explain the process of just getting started with your side hustle that's going to add an extra 25, an extra 50 grand to your income this year. That's going to help you either ride out the recession, or it's going to give you more money to invest in all of these opportunities that we're talking about when it comes to real estate, business, precious metals, cryptocurrency, all of these suppressed assets. As the bubble bursts and the real estate deals come through, as businesses are being offloaded because doofus morons are too busy fighting about my rights, my Roe v. Wade, whatever. This is all the more opportunity and blessing for us who are awake, tapped in, and we don't got time for the offended snowflakes. We say, get away, get out of the side, get out of our way, move off to the side. We're going to continue pressing on, taking advantage of the greatest transfer of wealth in world history. With that being said, I do appreciate all of you guys so much. Like I said, the link is down below. Head on over to my website if you're looking to get access to that. I appreciate all of you guys so much, and we will see you in the next one. Take care and God bless. Thank you.